Hey there, Pro members. Hope everybody's doing well today. I am Ray Burke. We are going to be talking today about a swivel and seal replacement in a Whisper Wash Classic surface cleaner. Whisper Wash Classic surface cleaner is 19-inch. Many people will recognize it by its bright yellow color. It's a fantastic surface cleaner to get. Very durable. It's going to cost you somewhere from $650 to $750 depending on where you order it from. There's two different ways of replacing your cartridge. You can get just a seal kit for that, where you're going to replace all the O-rings in there, or you can also just order the whole cartridge replacement kit. It's been my experience that the cartridge replacement kit is the best way to go, because besides the seals, you're also going to replace all of your bearings at that point, which will eventually wear out too. So this kit, it's a little more expensive, but it comes with the whole cartridge, which will have your seals and your bearings in here. And sit back and we'll go over the step-by-step process for replacing this out and getting your surface cleaner running good as new. Thanks. So our first order of business is to disconnect the quick connect and male plug on top of the surface cleaner. Then we'll use an Allen wrench to loosen and remove the bolts that are keeping the locking collar in place. The bolts are start from the top and the nuts are on the underside of that. So you'll want to remove those. It's a good idea to clean up any of the debris and detritus that builds up around this as you're replacing this, because you don't want a bunch of junk getting up into your swivel as you're replacing it. So you'll notice we'll be wiping things down as we go to remove all of this junk. You'll see these components getting cleaned up. Eventually, after you remove these 4 bolts, your whole cartridge will pop up. Again, we're going to wipe this down and to get rid of all of this grit and junk that builds up on there. We'll also wipe down the hole and the bolt holes here to get those cleaned up as well. Eventually, you'll have these pieces out: 4 bolts, 4 nuts, your collar, and your cartridge. Now, if you notice here, I'm pointing at the weep holes. This is a good way to tell if you need to replace your cartridge or your seals. Water will start weeping out of these holes, and that is indicative that your seals are going bad. The actual cartridge is located inside of this assembly, and you'll unscrew the green cap from the aluminum collar to get access to the cartridge itself. Now, once you get this assembly unscrewed, the cartridge will just slide out. You'll notice whenever you slide it out, it'll have a lot of grease and just junk and goo up in there. And again, we want to go and wipe all of this down. We just want to take some time to come in and remove all of the junk that's been built up in there. Get it nice and cleaned up, because you could get some grit, you could get some things that just are going to impede the smooth running operation. You want this to be as clean as possible whenever you're replacing the cartridge. So take a rag, just get the insides cleaned up real good. Then once it's cleaned, it's very simple. You just slide the new cartridge in and then screw the green cap back on the aluminum base, and you'll be ready to reinstall this to the yellow base of the surface cleaner. It really goes in real easy. There's no additional seals to have to worry about with a basic replacement. Now, one of the things a lot of folks do is take this bushing here and replace it with a brass bushing instead. The theory behind that is that if your bar hits something while it's spinning, the brass will snap and it won't wreck your swivel. Any of your good vendors should be able to find you. The bushing should have it in stock for a Whisper Wash Classic. Just ask them. Some folks like to use Teflon tape. We use a little bit of the green pipe dope on here to ensure that leaks are not going to happen whenever we reinstall the bar. Also, now's a great time to go ahead and change out your tips while you're doing this maintenance. I typically use 25-degree tips, but as you can see, I've got a 40-30 tip here, which means that's a 40-degree tip at 3 gallons a minute. So with 2 tips, I'll be able to spray 6 gallons a minute, both of them coming out in 40-degree angles. I'm cleaning some new concrete, so I really want to go pretty easy on my spray pattern. That's why I'm using 40-degree tips for this upcoming job. Also, make sure your tips are lined up parallel with the bar. This will cause you to have uneven spray patterns if you don't line your tips up correctly. But the line should follow the bar and go in a parallel direction, not be perpendicular. That's really all there is to do it whenever replacing this cartridge. Whisper Wash has really made this a very, very simple process. Keep in mind, this surface cleaner is about 7 or 8 months old, and it's been present on probably $250,000 worth of pressure washing jobs, and with routine maintenance it'll be around for another couple of $100,000 worth of jobs. I would say a really good investment for a $700 piece of equipment. I absolutely love these Whisper Wash Classics, the 19-inch surface cleaner. If you have any questions about this, feel free to look us up, give us a call on Facebook Messenger, call the office. Spray Wash Pro is always here to help you. Hey guys, wash on. Have a great day. 3, 2, 1.